Everyone, welcome to First Page Fundays, where I take a book and read the first page to you, highlighting the book. In this case, this is a book that I received in the mail. And we'll just talk about it more when I pull it out. So this is kind of an unboxing. I've already opened it to make sure that this was the book I was thinking it was. But now I'm going to share it with you. All right. So here's the book we're highlighting today. It is Saving the Mountain Man's Legacy by Misty Beller. This is from the Brothers of Sapphire Ranch. This is book 6 or 7. This is historical romance. And here's what it's about. In the mountains of the Montana Territory, the Coulter Ranch is a place of family, loyalty, and a hidden fortune. Samson Coulter is determined to undo his disastrous mistake that is jeopardizing his family's future. Now he's deeply embedded in the corrupt mining empire of the ruthless Mick McFarland and has earned the trust of Jedediah, his brutal right-hand man. The threat reaches much farther than his own family, and he knows he must dismantle the operation from within or die trying. Grieving the loss of her mother, Grace Hampton is shocked to discover a newborn baby on her doorstep. When she seeks help from her father, Jedediah, she never imagines he'll force her to marry Samson Coulter, the kind man who only gave her a ride to town. Though her father has always been willing to pass her off, at least she has Samson's promise to protect her and the baby. It doesn't hurt that he's the most handsome man she's ever seen. Marrying Jedediah's daughter adds an impossible complication to Samson's mission. It seems he can't have it all. Redemption for himself, justice for the victims of the corruption, protection for the innocent, and a life with the woman and babe he's coming to love. So, this is, book 8. This is book 8. And this is a new release, April of 2025. And here is page 1. Chapter 1, December 22nd, 1870, the wilderness near Canvas Creek, Montana Territory. Almost to the mine. As Samson Coulter's horse neared the last curve in the trail, he straightened in his saddle, stretching out his back. After working so many months in McFarland's cave mines, his body had forgotten how it felt to spend hours in saddle. He should have left Missoula Mills earlier yesterday. Then he wouldn't have had to stop for the night in that old trapper's cabin. At least he'd had shelter before the rest of today's long ride. Now he barely had time to check in with Mick, hitch the horses quickly, and get back to Jedediah with the wagon load he'd been sent to retrieve. He didn't relish sleeping in the cold again, especially with the blasting powder packed in the wagon bed, but he'd have to if he didn't want to drive through the night. That stuff became unreliable in icy temperatures. As the trees opened up around him, he raised a hand to shield his eyes from the bright light reflecting off the snow around the mountain that hid McFarland's mind. Even though the sun shone high overhead, the cold wind bit through his coat and sent chills up his spine. It wouldn't be long now until the snow started falling. And there you have it. Look at this cover. Oh my gosh, I love this cover. All right. So if you like this video, please take a moment to hit the like button down below. And also, if you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, it'll let you know when I post my First Page Fun Days and when I post my unboxings. And as always, I love your comments. What'd you think of what we read so far? Have you read anything by Misty, or have you read anything in this series? Or if you just want to say hi, that's okay too. I love your comments. I read and respond to them all. So full disclosure, although I'm not really, this point in time, I haven't read this yet, but I am reading this book to do a review on it. This was kindly sent to me by the author to do a review. I kind of came into this series like a little bit past the middle of it, I think, like book 5 or 6, I can't remember, but so I'm like in the middle of this series. And what I will say is this is a family saga series, so I definitely recommend that if you want to read this series. I mean, you can read them as standalones, but there's a lot of people, and each book, there's 8 books about the Coulter family, the Brothers of Sapphire Ranch. So there's each one of the brothers has their own romance. So that stands alone, and the romances are very sweet. But because this is like a family saga, there's been this overarching mystery through it. So this is the last book in the series, and I have questions that need to be answered. So I'm looking forward to them being answered finally in this book. So all that to say, I'm excited to get reading this. So that's going to be it for today's First Page Fun Days. And you all just have a great day.